Welcome back to my channel, by the way. So if you are new to this my channel, we analyze our forex markets, our crypto market, and our stock market. So if you are interested in any of our analysis, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Please subscribe. So let's quickly do a quick analysis on our USD PS for this week. So first, the first one that our currency pair we have for we will be looking at for this week is our Euro USD. Now let's go on our four weekly time frame. We can see that our price has actually been going down for a while now. So what do you think our price will actually be going? Because I can see it as a mini support. Let's see it on our, for more better understanding, we can see on our daily time frame, we can see that we would want to have something called a reversal move on our USD. So what my prediction is that our euro will actually be going up this week, at least to around this our area here, and possibly it can actually push on to this our area here for this week. That is exactly what we are looking for. There's every possibility that our price will actually get to this our area here, or it can, but first of all we should aim to get out our profit here, and if possibly it continue to push up, then we should actually be getting to this our area here this week. We can see that our price has come here, it has tested this place, we are seeing here as a support, continue push up before you can actually continue see that continue push down, because I don't think our price will actually be pushing down. The reason why I said that our euro will actually be pushing up is because our USD will actually be falling. That is exactly what we are looking for. Our USD should actually be falling this week. So now we can see on our 4-hour time frame, we can see that our price is actually be going up. Is that we see that a lot of people must have taken here as their trend line up, so a lot of people must have taken their buy up, but unfortunately price breaks below and it continues down. So I never predicted our price will go above, or what I know that is our price will actually go down, and yes, it actually give us that movement now. So our movement for this week is that our price will actually be going up, and when it gets to this our area here, first take profits I will be aiming for, then my second take profits high up that I'm aiming for on my euro USD. But before we actually take that our buy our movement upward, let's see on our 30-minute time frame if we can actually see multiple break of structure upward. If there's multiple break of structure upward, then we should actually be taking our bias position. Example, like maybe we see break of structure up here, we saw that retracement, right? We saw that, we now come and see another break of structure upward, then we are good to take our buy position upward on our euro USD. So our second pair we have is our pound USD. We can see that our pound has actually come here to test this our area here, and our pound has actually fallen against our USD, as we can see here. So what our movement for this week we will be aiming for is actually that push up, as I think I'll be seeing as something like retracement or whatever as we want to see, because actually our pound is actually falling. By the way we are looking at it, it's actually a fall. I don't believe our pound will just continue falling down, but we should be seeing something called a retracement backward. So we can go on our 4-hour time frame. You can see on our 4-hour time frame, you see that I predicted that we had a rejection here, we had the rejection here, we had the rejection here, our price will actually be falling down, which actually did. So now we should be looking for this week as something like a support. We should be considering here as a mini support, then we should actually see that push up, and possibly then we can actually now see continue see that fall movements downward. By the way, our price have not even gotten to this our area here, which is our trend resistance. Our price have not gotten to that our area here, so there's very limited time or possibility of us actually just pushing down, but we should be actually be seeing that retracement upward. That is why we will be going bullish on our pound USD. On our USDJPY, like I said before, our USD is actually bearish. Right now you can see that we can mark this place as our resistance, so we should be seeing a little bit of push up then before you actually see that fall. That is exactly what we are aiming for on our USDJPY. Note that I said that our USD index is actually showing bearish move, as for some reason I could not really check it now because of the chart is having faults now. But when we analyze our USD index, we see that our USD is actually falling down. So on our USDJPY, we should be seeing that bearish move, a fall downward on our USDJPY. On our 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have actually pushed up, so we should be aiming for that fall. But we can actually take that fall on when we see our 30-minute time frame. We can see that our price is actually pushing down. It is actually giving us that multiple break of structure that go downward. We can see one structure downward, we can see a retracement, we see downward. We can actually wait for our price to actually break below here, then see a retracement before we can actually take our sell position continuous downward. That is exactly what we plan our trade for this week. Now our other pair is a USD CAD. Since our USD is actually going bearish, I very much see that our USD will actually be falling around this area, straight downwards this our support area here. That is exactly what I am aiming for. Why? Because we can see that here, I think as reaction, price has reacted to this our area multiple times. It has reacted to this our area multiple times. Definitely, since our USD index is actually going bearish, then we should actually be seeing that bearish move on our USD. USD any pair related to it, our USD should actually be falling. So on our USD card, we should actually be seeing a fall on our USD card. Let's see our 4-hour time frame. It is actually pushed up. We should actually be seeing that rejection there on our USD card. Our next pair we have is our AUDUSD. One thing I think, what our trade, one thing I see about different, that is something different about this our AUDUSD is that our AUD will actually be falling this week. Definitely, it has given us that massive sign that our AUD wants to fall, and it's definitely going to be falling. That is exactly what I'm aiming for. So I'm aiming for a shorting to around this our area here, to this around this our area. But before that, I believe that our price will actually give us something called a retracement. Then we will actually see that fall on our AUDUSD. Once again, subscribe to my channel for more analysis. Subscribe. So that is exactly what we are aiming for on our AUDUSD. This is the move. I'm looking for a retracement and possibly a push down. And if possible, our price breaks above this our area here, this our liquidity, because I know this is a very first breakout, because a lot of people were aiming that our price will actually fall down, but unfortunately we had that first breakout. But if unfortunately our price manages to push up here, then definitely we should be getting that fall on our AUDUSD. So definitely we are looking for shorts on our AUDUSD. So when it gives us that setup, we will actually be shorting it. On our New Zealand USD, same thing that I personally looking for. I'm looking for our New Zealand, to actually get to this my area here before I can consider probably taking a buy move or continue our bearish move. But definitely I want to be seeing a sell move to this our area here before I can actually consider taking a buy position. Now let's see on our 4-hour time frame. We can see that our price is actually going down. So let's see if we can have that little bit of pullback, then we don't mind taking our short position, then actually get to this area here and possibly take our buy position up here, whereby our price should actually be reacting to this area here before you can continue our bullish move or bearish move. Exactly what I'm looking for on my New Zealand USD. Other pair we have to look for this week is our USD Swiss franc. Now we can see we will be seeing a rejection here. Since our USD is actually bearish, then we should be seeing a fall here on our USD Swiss franc. As we can see, a push up right, then definitely we should be expecting a fall on our USD Swiss franc. Let's see on our 4-hour time frame what is actually showing. It has actually given us that bullish move, right? So we see a rejection here, we see a rejection here, definitely we are going to be seeing a rejection here. And if possibly we might not actually just get that rejection, we actually want to be seeing a little bit of push up, then we actually see that for on our USD Swiss franc. So that is it for our analysis this week. If you find my video helpful, like, share and subscribe.